Hello, my name is Merrick Stiles and I'm the Head of Audio Products at Abbey Road Studios.
Hi, I'm Pete Cobbin. I'm the Senior Recording Engineer at Abbey Road.
And we are going to look at the Waves Abbey Road J37 plugin.
As we know, the J37 became a legendary tape machine.
If you look at the history books, this 4-track tape machine, the J37, came into service in 1965. So if you can imagine between 1965 and 1969, say, pretty much every recording that was done here at Abbey Road would have been done on a J37 tape machine.
That's a lot of recordings.
That's a lot of recordings, yeah. We just so happened to be sat next door to EMI Recording Studios J37 number 1. It was a very precise machine with nice big buttons, as you can see.
I mean, it looks still, today, it looks quite stylistic.
Absolutely, it's got a very bold look. Obviously it sounds amazing, but it still runs really well, even to this day.
4-track recording at Abbey Road really took off from the early 60s kind of on. So in a way, with tape recording, 4 tracks over 1 inch has always been the ultimate in terms of the width that the head blocks have been able to record onto tape.
You're only fitting 4 tracks onto a whole inch.
So we can jam a lot of flux level. We've benefited from all those years looking at those Beatles masters that we've managed to work on, that they themselves have been some of the best recordings that we've ever seen. I mean, obviously there's a lot that goes into what makes those recordings so special. But time and time again, when we had those tapes out and we were listening, it's always captured my imagination of what we could do benefiting from some sort of tape emulation.
Yeah, I mean, the format sounds fantastic. Add to that the fact you've got 52 valves in this particular machine.
Oh, you remember that?
I did, yeah. A very geeky bit of information there. And then on top of that, in this particular emulation, we've gone back and we've found 3 original blank EMI tape stock. So we've got EMI tape 888 from the early 60s. Then we've got the formula known as 811 from the mid-60s. And then the formula 815 from the early 70s. This just adds another element of those classic recordings that people haven't been able to get to up until now. They all have their own unique character. In this plugin, you can switch between those formulas. It's quite incredible. You can also switch between 15 IPS and 7.5 IPS at will. Whereas if you want to use the actual machine, you would have to do a completely new lineup. Not only for speed, but also for tape formats. So this is very versatile, and the ability to have that in any way, shape or form you want, in as many instances as you want in your DAW. It glues your tracks together.
And I guess as we kind of push ourselves, really well technically into kind of the, the digital kind of era domain, the whole magnetic tape thing just feels like magic. That something happens when you are printing onto tape, and it's hard to describe. You mentioned the word glue. Feels like something just all comes together. And we've heard about tape compression. You can push the music really hard onto, it's very giving. So what I found by using the plugin is that initially when you put it over one track and you listen to it, you go, oh, it's fairly subtle. The big difference is when you start to put it on all the tracks, then it transforms the sound of what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have a bass guitar and you put the tape plug-in over that bass guitar. Of course there's a difference and it creates a certain sound, but it will be subtle compared to if you put that same plug-in over every single track. You will create a sound as if you've recorded your entire multi-track session all across tape in a way that pure digital doesn't seem to quite be able to do.